Come on, I want you to, come on. Hey, hit me. Hit me! Come on, you gruesome son of a bitch. Come to me. Let's not blow this out of proportion. He's my Batman. You had your Batman 25 years ago, old man. Hey, how did you get those scars? Are you serious? Asking me about my scars? You must be joking. Do I look like I'm joking? Hey Batman, I hate to break it to ya, but you missed me. At least your Batman purposely missed you. My Batman couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with his Batwing.
What up, big kids? It's time for your
big review.
What up, big kids? Here's your big review of the Dark Knight Rises Hot Toys Batpod 1/6 scale collectible vehicle. Here we got the box sleeve for the Batpod. It says Batpod 1/6 scale collectible vehicle with the nice Dark Knight Rises shattered bat symbol. Very cool. It has DC Comics right there as well as Hot Toys movie masterpiece. When you take it out of the box sleeve, you get the actual box. It says Batpod 1/6 scale collectible vehicle, the shattered bat symbol again, in a black packaging showing off the Batpod. Looking very nice, has the movie masterpiece and Hot Toys similar. The box is so big it even has a handle for you if you need to carry it. Sides of the box says the Dark Knight Rises Batpod 1/6 scale collectible. The back of the box has all the designers and people that helped make the figure with a warning. You might choke on this Batpod. Oh crap, that sounded so bad. Forget iPods, let's take a look at the Batpod. Here we got the Hot Toys Dark Knight Rises Batpod. So happy to have this back in my collection, or at least the 2.0 version, so let's take a closer look. If you didn't know, I reviewed the original Dark Knight Hot Toys Batpod. The video for it is in the underbar, or click on the annotation and check that out. But I wanted to redo this one because this has some different features and want to show. I can't really show the differences, but the Batpod itself is pretty much the same and can show off the details. I sold mine and I so regret it because I sold it. I didn't have enough room at the time, but now I do, and I'm even thinking about getting another one to display, one for Batman, one for Catwoman. The paint apps is absolutely amazing. See all the different guns. You got the harpoon launcher, or like grapple launcher thing they use to take down the Joker's truck. You got the giant gun and you got the machine gun. Well, Batman loves his guns for saying he doesn't ever use them. Anyway, you see all the tires, just like the big old tires from the Tumbler, which has some awesome paint, which I'll show here in a bit. But yeah, like you can see all the details. This thing is a mixture of some die-cast metal, which this is the metal parts right here. This is plastic, metal, a lot of metal underparts right here. Those handlebars are really awesome. This also has some articulation, which, you know, show the roll. You know, this thing roll back and forth. You know, it rolls really nicely, and it can, you know, has a nice suspension, which I really like. Really cool that they do that. And you can see the foot pedals there, like the brake pads, all the wiring is so freaking nice. And then the back part, by the way, just like the Tumbler, you get these little red parts that you put on the side. This is for the front tire, and then get another one for the back tire to keep it, so if you want this on display and don't want it to roll, which is always nice. The tires has that really dirty, been driving through Gotham City all night looking for the Joker look, all the detail. This thing, I really miss having this in my collection, and I'm glad to have it back in my collection. It's his belly seat, because you don't really sit on this, you lay on top of it. It's the other foot pedal right there. The arm shields are really cool. Just like the original Batpod, you can actually take off the seat cover right here. This takes two AAA batteries, which you just unscrew the cover, which is on the side right here. You would lift this up, and then this unscrew would come off and place it in there, and then you would just place the seat cover back on. I love the inside detail of the seat cover. Now, just like the first release Batpod, these little arm guards do come in separate pieces, and these little parts too. So they're easy to put on there, but just be very careful. They can come off easy. You can super glue them for extra support. They'll stay on there, but you know, just be careful when you're putting Batman on. Oh yeah, these parts turn right here too, so that's another part of the articulation. There's a little on and off switch on here to turn on the front headlight. See in low light settings how bright they can be. They're just pretty beautiful. This is how bright the Batpod lights are in the dark. It's really bright. Batpod does come with these instructions on how to put the batteries in here and how to operate the little cape accessory for Batman. Now if you have the DX12 Batman and his EMP blaster, you know it comes with this little clip for the Batpod. Once you clip the EMP blaster in there, you see this little part right in here slips into this part really nicely. You slip it in here on the top and the bottom, and once it's slipped on there, just push it in and it stays on really nicely. So it's really cool to have a little spot for your EMP blaster when he's not using it. That pod is in great scale, perfect scale with your Hot Toys Batman, this one the DX12 Batman, and it also comes with accessory for Batman's cape. Whereas the original Hot Toys Batpod came with this attachment, it had 4 different wires in it to attach to your cape. This is a much easier solution. This is a plastic cape that's molded for Batman's back. You can see here it has this spot that you'll put in the back of Batman. It will be on this little indentation, and it has these little separate pieces which use to put the cape in between it to simulate the wind blowing through the cape, which is great. And it also comes with this little strap which you use to keep it attached to, which you don't have to use that little backpack thing. It's a nice elastic strap. So let me show you. So you take your Hot Toys Batman, then you take this part right here and then you would place it over Batman right there. And then what you see this little indent right here? This is where the strap goes. You would take the little attachment right here and you place it over it to the other side of Batman's back. This is how it'll look once it's fully attached. Now let's put Batman on the Batpod first. Definitely the DX12 Batman is much easier putting on the Batman on the Batpod compared to the original, like the DX02 or the original Dark Knight Batman. Plus the magnet head makes it easier to look up. So you just have to position him a little ways and put him on here. Get him on the Batpod, but it's going to take a lot of patience and fingering around. I mean, the DX02 definitely helps out a lot, but you are might damage it. If you're really knee freak about it, you're going to be about bending the knees and stuff, but he will pose a lot better than the DX02 or Dark Knight Batman. But yeah, the hands might not fit in as well in the handlebars. I mean, it just takes a lot of patience because either the hands will fall off or these things will fall off unless you super glue them. So yeah, but anyway, so after you go through this part, what you would do, you would take your cape and then you put them in between these parts. You just simply put it on here, and let me show you. Here's Batman on the Batpod with the flowing cape. Now I have to be honest, this can be a very painstaking process because putting the stuff through this cape, it's easy, but then these things might fall off, and then these things might fall off, and then getting it back on here, and it's just a lot of patience, his hands. So it looks really awesome, but prepare to spend a lot of time to finagle with it to get it right. It has that flowing thing from the little plastic things holding it underneath it, like this show here. So you just kind of like do it in your own way of how you want to like adjust it. And, you just move it around in between there, and yeah, it just looks really awesome. I mean, I really love how it looks compared to the wires, which was also a hard thing too. I don't know, I kind of miss the wires because I kind of wish that just Hot Toys gave us a cape with wires in it, like opposable cape. That would be awesome. I would just love opposable cape over doing all this, and because if you use the DX02 cape, it can be a little too heavy and it just flows out here, and this one's a little lighter. That's why I think they made it out of this material. But then yeah, it can just take a lot of time to finagle with. Whoa, nice bike.
This isn't a bike.
What is it then?
It's a Batpod.
Oh, like an iPod?
No, unlike an iPod, this could play 3 million songs, has GPS, can't fit in your pocket, but it feels good in between your legs.
That's what she said.
No, that's what Catwoman said.
Size comparison time. That pod is really long. It's super long, probably one of the longest vehicles in bike form that Hot Toys has made. It's longer than the Hot Toys Tron Legacy Sam Flynn with Light Cycle, and you can see it's as tall, if you don't count Batman, it's as tall going from the seat as a 6-inch figure like the Movie Masters Batman. You can see how much bigger than is the Movie Masters Batpod. Now the Hot Toys Batpod, like I had before, is really awesome. It does have its flaws, just with the fact that those little handlebar things come off easier than I like, but super glue can fix that. And with the cape accessory for Batman and putting him on there, even with the DX12, it still is not the easiest thing in the world, but pretty much any Batman toy, putting it on the Batpod, unless the Batman's made in a riding pose for Batman, has always been hard. Like the Movie Masters Batpod is a lot worse with Movie Masters Batman. This one looks a lot better, of course, in so many ways. It looks more natural. It's going to take you a lot of patience, and if you're buying this Batpod, unless you're just wanting Batman standing next to it, if you're going to pose them, keep them posed there and don't touch them. That's why I bought a couple DX12 Batmans. One is going to be on this Batpod, and I'm not taking them off. I mean, that's why I'm going to get another Hot Toys Batpod, so when I get Catwoman, have her on it. I'm not going to even mess with this one. Even with the flaws, I love the detail. I love that this rolls, the real rubber tires, the paint apps, the lineup feature. It's really awesome. I got this at Alter Ego Comics. It was around $240, but now Alter Ego Comics does have it for about $274.99. That's still a good deal considering the price of Hot Toys and how much the original Hot Toys Batpod was going for, like $1,000 or more. So I would recommend getting this ASAP before it sells out like the Tumblr did, and every other Hot Toy thing that's coming out. So like I said, if you're a really big Dark Knight fan and you love the look of Batman on the Batpod, or even want to get this for your Catwoman, definitely get it. Like I said, the handlebar or the arm guard thing, as much as it can be annoying, I still love this and I highly recommend it. For more geek news, reviews, and more, check out bkbn.net. I'm Sean Long. Remember, celebrate your gnome in a big way.
Where does he get those wonderful toys? He gets them at AlterEgoComics.com.
Excuse me. He was saying he gets them at AlterEgoComics.com.
For the latest and Hot Toys, Sideshow collectibles, replicas, and more, visit AlterEgoComics.com. They take PayPal, pre-order, and they lowest prices on the net. Lowest price for Hot Toys. You must be joking. Do I look like I'm joking? Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. I tell you to go. Go now. No guns. No killing.
Batman, my shotgun is no comparison to the miniguns and missile launchers that you have attached to your Batpod.
Yeah, but they're not for killing. They're for shooting cars that are in my way.
Batman, that was my new car.
Okay, I'll buy you a new one, and I'll make sure it's black.